Today I've come to YIC technology to show you how powerfully the Anritsu Fieldmaster Spectrum Analyzer combines with the YIC technology EM scanner and their software application to create a graphical display of the amount of EMC radiation even from the most complex mixed technology boards. Here we can see the YIC technology EM scanner. This is a high resolution with sub 1mm resolution matrix of antenna elements, and on top of the EM scanner we've placed a mixed technology board. So on this board we have microprocessors, DC to DC converters, ribbon cables and RFID antennas. So there will be plenty of signals that we can analyze using the EM scanner software. Let's now look at the YIC Tech EMView software and see how we can create an image of the EMC radiation from that board. So the first thing I'm going to do is a spectrum and graphical view of the radiation from this board. I press the Run button and the software sets up the Fieldmaster Spectrum Analyzer from 10 MHz to 300 MHz and steps across each of the antenna elements on the board, building up a graphic of the amount of radiated signal from each of those elements. So clearly the red is the highest RF signal level and the blue is the lowest RF signal level. When the graphic has completed, or the scan has completed, at the top of the screen here we've got the spectrum, and this is the EMC density. So I can pick out any signal, for example this signal here, and it shows me in the graphic exactly where that signal is radiating from. If I reset the frequency scale and go back, this is the frequency of the RFID antenna, and there we can see, as we'd expect, a lot of signal around the area of the RFID antenna. If I go into this more generic area here, what we're seeing here is that this signal is radiating from somewhere on the control PCB. That's probably the DC to DC converter. I can also go into a 3D view and look at the spectrum in a 3D view. And the last thing I want to show you is how I can overlay a JPEG image of the board that we're testing so that we can actually get a very fine image of the components and the signal level that's being radiated. So if I select the combined with image and run that again, you can see here that we've superimposed a JPEG image of the board onto our scan. We're scanning again, getting new data. And when that scan's complete, again we can pick out any signal that we want to and see that actually that frequency is radiating from the microcontroller on the RFID antenna board. If I pick out a different signal, we can see that that signal is radiating from the area of the DC to DC converter. So we can see the individual components graphically that are causing the radiation, and that gives us a lot of information to help us improve or reduce the EMC radiation from our board, to understand where we might need to put more grounding or to put shielding or to put some casing around the individual components. What I've highlighted today is how powerful the combination of the Anritsu Fieldmaster Spectrum Analyzer with the YIC Tech EM scanner is for building up a very detailed image of EMC radiations from even complex mixed technology boards. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you for watching.